This is how betrayal trauma keeps you stuck in the past. When I found out that my ex was cheating, and I found receipts, literal receipts, I found a Victoria's Secret receipt with the thing that he had bought me in my size, but also an extra small and a large. All the times that he had gaslit me and made me feel like I was crazy for bringing up all these things that my intuition had let me see. I could feel it in my body, and I knew what this receipt. I could feel the truth. I could feel it in my body. I felt all that betrayal in my body. That night, I had a dream that I called Victoria's Secret. So the next morning, I woke up and I called Victoria's Secret. And there were 3 orders with 14 freaking things that he had purchased for other women because I had only received one of those things. I held my cards close to my chest because that's how I do it. And I asked him questions that I already knew the answers to. And he was still lying. Is that he was more committed to cheating and lying than he was to me and our relationship. I don't even know if I could call it a relationship because I don't really know what that was, but it wasn't what I thought it was, and he wasn't the person who I thought he was. And so it made it easy for me to leave, even though I had invested a lot of time in that relationship. I started seeing a therapist 3 times a week, but nothing could help me with this feeling that I had of being betrayed, that feeling that I had in my body, which was causing me to go to therapy 3 times a week, but wasn't able to actually get me across the line and resolve that feeling in my body. So I continued going to therapy, and I would go on dates. And I thought that every guy that I was on a date with was lying to me. And this is how trauma perpetuates itself in the present moment. This is why you feel so stuck, because you're experiencing that past trauma, that past betrayal in your body as you talk to this person that you don't even know. I brought my past into every date that I went on. And all you have is the past in each moment. You don't have any future with this new person. You just have the past, because that betrayal trauma keeps popping up in your body. Those thoughts, those intrusive thoughts that lead to rumination, thinking about what had happened, the experience, and the person, and that feeling pops up randomly in your body, and it takes over the present moment, pulls you into the past, and your thoughts override any logical thinking, and you are triggered as But we try to resolve this with our conscious, logical mind, going to therapy to talk about it, to try to figure it out. But figuring it out doesn't get rid of that feeling in your body. Figuring it out can't stop those thoughts. They might even reinforce those thoughts by talking about them over and over with your therapist, with your friends, with your family, with your mom, with your dad, with anybody who will listen. It's reinforcing the past right here as you talk about it in this present moment. To get to the solution, you have to ask yourself, where are these thoughts and feelings coming from? They're coming from the subconscious. That's where they are before they pop up into your conscious awareness. You need to work on them at the subconscious level, because in the absence of working on them at the subconscious level, the trauma will perpetuate itself from the past into your future. This is why people who've experienced betrayal trauma feel hopeless. And this is why you can't trust yourself when you're triggered, because you're not sure if it's the person or if it's my past talking. And you lose trust in yourself and you're not sure who you are anymore because you start to identify with the betrayal, with the trauma of betrayal. Does this make sense to you? Let me know your experiences, if you've experienced betrayal trauma and how that's left you. Subscribe and like this video to let me know that you'd like more content on betrayal trauma recovery. And let's connect on the next one.